Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another HPR's 4 replay. Spawn on the north side as the red English, we have 1puppypaw. Spawn on the south side as the blue green Chinese, we have Wam01. English versus Chinese. Let's see now, both of them have access to some powerful light units. English also have access to the Vanguard and early man-at-arms. Let's see now, how this composition matchup will go. English, of course, can deploy out a longbowman as well as his man-at-arms. The man-at-arms can be very effective versus the Chinese composition, assuming he gets his pierce armor to match the pierce damage of the Zunchnu. A longbowman quite nice. Abby King's being deployed on out, so that will he's going to eye for the king. I've been noticing people going for the king and then try to go for fast castle as well. So that may be the composition we may see. For the Chinese, he has access to various basic units, as all useful. Spearmen, archers, Zunchnu. So let's see, we do have the king on the build queue, and now we've got the king on the field. Let's see now, this is the sheep being collected right there. The deer deposit is right here. And the king is actually going to take time to slice up these deer in a very, very far spread there. Causing, and does get very far there, trying to deny the deer usage by keeping them all spread out like that. He's going, can't spend too much time there. The king is a valid, powerful unit. Horsemen now being deployed on out, trying to overwhelm the king, or just trying to counter-attack in general. Horsemen are far inferior to the king, but the king is by himself. He can't rely on his scout buddy. Can't rely on his girlfriend. And now we do have the king. Does get a charge attack there, gains some significant damage on both of these horsemen. Currently has no other units deployed on the field, and nor any other military structures. Not collecting any more gold at the moment. And the king's gonna be aggressively defensive tool, looks like. And can always just pull back at some health regen. Scout push forward. The scout may just want to start shanking green scouts. It does do bonus damage. Now we've got a second town center going up for red. And look at this. Both these gold deposits are right here. Horsemen will see some arrow fire from the villagers. There is a bit of micro trick where you can fire, build, so they have a long cooldown. The second town center is going up. We do have the Bark in the Sun eyeing for aggressive defense. These deer are pushed forward a little bit. He can put a mill right next to the deer and to the berries. One of his horsemen's so wounded. We got the mill way over here. And starting to claim up some of these deer, able to force a good number of them into the towards the mill there. Very nice. He's going with the mill now deployed. He can grind these deer up to a nice thin red paste. Played a bit too much Fallout New Vegas, I think. For those who not know what I'm talking about, there's a very powerful perk you can get in Fallout New Vegas called Them Good Eats. He's based off the survival trait. It gives you powerful healing items that are better than sin packs from every single enemy. You basically have like a 25% chance to find like 2 to 4 of them on every single enemy in the game. It's really good. They're also pretty lightweight, and they can be sold for a decent profit if you get too many. King now receiving quite a bit of damage there. He can heal himself. The king right now is moving at 1.69 tiles per second, as opposed to these horsemen 1.88. Did force a lot of these horsemen are quite wounded. The king could pick off his pursuers one by one, basically falling back. Yeah, the king does have a health regen aura, and the king will heal himself up as well, so he's going to get some good health regen there and soon be able to redeploy. English player is now going for some horsemen. Let's see. All from one stable, though. And now the Chinese player is eyeing for his second town center. He knows his opponent's gone for the second town center. He can only delay for so long if you can't kill off your opponent's villagers. And he also is pulling out some mill farms here as well. Right now, the farms do have plus 20% gathering rate. So the base gathering rate of food is 0.75. Deer is what, 0.8? And so thus the plus 20% gathering rate right now is superior to deer. So right now, farms are better than deer. They just simply cost wood investment. Now I do have the horseman, knight, and scout advance forward. We got a single spear boy here, and does not get a spear bracelet on the king. The king does get a charge attack onto him. Slit trench or slit hand cannoneer slit does get a good shot there. Horseman does take out an exotic doggo. Gotta be careful with these spearmen. He's trying to get a good number of them out of the field. And now you also see English horsemen. He maybe have to worry about knights as well. Spearman does get picked off there. Hand cannoneer slit does get some shots there. But pull back this force, and it will be healed up by the king. Takes out Spearman there. Very, very nice. And now the scout is going to be healed up by the king's aura, and soon the horseman, the king himself. Green's now eyeing for a line of palisade walls there. He definitely has this area spotted. He may lose some of these villagers there, but Green's horsemen advance forward because these are very, very wounded. 7 health is not... Oh, that's... was more than 0 as he is now. Though both those wounded horsemen have been picked on off, so now this defensive force is far less scary. They just want to pull back to the Abbey of Kings to get some more healing. At this point in time, what landmark will the English go for? The game is in his court. He's almost has enough for our age up. Go for King's Palace to get more villagers. Also fits the name of King. Or he can go for the White Tower for aggressively defend and put out a bit more aggressive location, perhaps trying to secure up this gold deposit. It also gives them access to production structure. And he is going for the King's Palace, so relying for more villagers. Very nice. Got some more economic tech being researched. More reasons to go for farms rather than for deer. Though he may have survival techniques to research, that does not get showed up here. I really wish they would make some slight adjustments into the UI browse up here to get some more research. Does this affect both sides? Yep, it does. I see the little clock symbol there, and I was wondering if that affects both sides. It does. It would be nice if we can independently select these as well. Does stop those palisade walls going up. Very nice. But right now, green does... The villager count is slightly in favor of green. I don't think red has been maintaining his villager production all too well. Well enough, at least. King's Palace now deployed on the field, so he now has access to 3 sources of villager production. Nope, not going for boar right there. And now both players have reached castle age. Yep, astronomical clock tower. This is by default. The other one is nice for us knowing where your opponent's villagers are, but it's really not something that great. You generally have an idea where your opponent's villagers are in the first place. They could want to change the other landmark for the Chinese to be a little bit better. Maybe... It also does provide a good amount of spotting radius around it, so it actually acts like a lighthouse. Or maybe trying to reveal all villagers on the map, maybe it could be a global cast, like a global scouting falcon. Target anywhere on the map just to scout a region. That could be really powerful. They should do that. Let's pick up the horseman there. He has some nice pull on the field, which is a obvious transition since he's gotten a horseman. Red's going for some palisade walls over here, just make sure it's nice and secure. Horseman scout. Not really a massive threat. The scout itself is almost down, so the villagers maybe will pick him off. Or even the exotic doggo gets some good damage onto him. Nice. Do get spotted there by that green scout, which is actually very important. You may have saw the wolf there being killed off as well. Since the wolf went neutral, you will see its movements. I had times. Oh, there's an opening there. Unbuilt wall as well. I've had times where somebody was going for boar. I see it, and I had my Kashyyyks nearby to hit them. Veteran longbowman. He's strong, maybe eyeing for some additional longbowmen now. Very nice. We now have some Chinese lancers now put on the field. And the king does get a charge attack there, so does some of these knights. That lancer will be picked off. That's a nice little pick there. We do have a priest being put out by the English. Is a priest or monk for the English? It is still a monk. Horseman does go down there. Is this considered a monastery or a church? Monastery.
Ready for Hestus.
That's the spearman deployed on the field. Lancer as well. Ooh, and got a nice spear brace there, stunning one of the horsemen. And some of the relics are being picked up by the English now. Over here, the knights being forced on back. We got some healing going on right now. Very nice. The king's healing aura will be very useful. Not sure where these knights are going. Overall, the game is still very much in English's hand. Got some spearmen here. Villagers now being passed on these berries. And we'll go ahead and find some of these villagers right there. And does not pick off that villager and will back off before the spearmen poke their eyes out. Does get some hits there on that horseman. Boar still being a boar. Now I do have some long bowmen being put on the field, which they do bonus damage versus these spearmen. Get some good damage there on those spearmen now. And picks off one horseman there. Very nice. Clock Tower Nessa Beast being pulled on the field. Very nice. So he probably doesn't have vision in that area, though maybe the Arkham Sun may spot it. Does it count as an outpost or as a keep? I would say it must act like an outpost if it can spot there. Keeps can't see it past the tree line, but outposts can, so I was wondering if the Arkham Sun acts like that. Outsguard may pick up a horseman there and does not, and the king may will heal him up. More berries being collected, outposts going up, which will give him a network of castles. Network of castles have been activated now. The horsemen advancing forward. We have now the Nest Bees firing some shots there. And now the spearmen are going to try to intercept these forces, and we'll get a great spear brace there, wiping out that wounded horseman. Both horsemen have gone down. The knights and the king will need to fall back. Can't have better regicide. And there's a Berkshire castle. The network of castles do extend farther than the or shorter than the Berkshire castle's range. Right over on these forces, able to get some great hits on the clock tower and the bees, takes out one of them. There's not a lot of spear in this region. The knights could finish them all off as well. There's still a number of crossbows as well. Maybe picking up this entire force will be very useful. Just picking up these crossbows will be very handy. These knights need to fall back. There's too many spearmen right there poking out their eyes. And the lancer does get some hits in as well. These forces are falling back. Berkshire Castle needs some great damage. Give me an idea of its range. There's its range indication. So it's able to besiege the Bard from the Sun. Get some good hits there onto these spearmen. And now do got the farmer gold generation as well, research. Has a good number of farms deployed on the field. Those slightly going down. He could throw some of the units inside the garrison to make it increase its arrow count by 20. Nice trying to break on through, but the palisade wall has been repaired, and now Red's going for boar as well. Does lose a villager though. Need to pull out Mill as well. You got a English bombard now employed on the field. Nailing the Bardic in the Sun. And now it's going for the Mill. Ready to mill that pour into a thin red paste. Getting some good damage there on those knights. And over here do have more hits. We got armor clad or ironclad. It is armor clad. I don't know why I keep on calling it ironclad. Pretty much the same difference. Ooh, and these knights been misrallying a lot of them down there. We'll run by the Bardic and Sun. Bardic and Sun will get hand cannoneer slip onto them. Or no, onto this horse. You have another Spring Ball being plunked here. Clock Tower Spring Ball. Clock Tower Bees and Spring Ball in this region. Does get some good shots there, but does save the Bees. Yes, he does. Bardic and the Sun does go down. The house goes down, and the mill goes down, but the king gets killed. Bit of regicide going on. The king went down right there. Mining camp now seeing a bit of damage. Bombard takes over the mining camp. Only 200 stone remains. And we got this outpost going up, but we'll spot these knights raining on, pushing on top of them. We got the elite knight research. Now we got these elite longbow advanced forward. Got another spring bolt here. SCBs fires some damage there. Bombard firing away against the astronomical clock tower. Hand cannoneers not being pulled out by the English. Very nice. And these knights will get overwhelmed by the spearmen. Crossbowmen advancing forward. Some man-at-arms being pulled on the field. Of course, they will be annihilated by the crossbowmen. Clock tower and SCB, so it's going to repair it on up. Does fall back now. The Berkshire Castle still provides a massive presence right there. Got a good number of spring golds here. The all clock tower variant. Front outpost, very nice. And green has claimed up a sacred site. Right now, red has claimed 2 relics, green has claimed 2 relics, and got another relic being carried by red. Outposts employed, gaining some much needed vision, and now got the longbows, man-at-arms, and 3-hand cannoneers and spring golds all advancing forward. Clock tower and SCBs is deployed, facing a bit of wrong angle, so we'll have a bit of traverse time set on up. Man-at-arms seeing some spring gold hits there. Does pull back this force. Spring golds to annihilate one of red spring golds. Green spring golds are still up, and going for the great gatehouse now. Crossbows get some damage there. SCBs gets a good volume of longbow, good damage onto them. Great Gatehouse will be a powerful defensive placement against this advance. Clock Tower and SCBs receive good damage. Good damage on this forces. Now the Great Gatehouse is complete. I have 2 SCBs in placement with a 10 range. So the Bombard will capture the front board, and additionally the Great Gatehouse's Bombard or SCBs do siege damage, do not range damage. Track these guys quite well. Longer burst weapons do have really good tracking. So if the unit runs away, it will follow it throughout the burst. Also got these palace guards chopping up these swine herders. And no response there. The English player has plenty of villagers at the moment. The boar does get collected at a good rate, but right now boar is even inferior to his own farms. Because not only the food is collected at a fast rate, it does get a bit of gold generation. And we've got a massive infrastructure here for red, a lot of bears. Green's not remaxing all too well. Both players reach Imperial Age, but green doesn't have half the army as red. Hand cannoneers getting some good shots there. Does pick up one of the hand cannoneers before losing both these palace guards. At this point in time, the Chinese players should just eye for pyrotechnic hand cannoneers probably. We've got another keep here. Gets some good damage there onto these crossbowmen. He's not paying attention, so he's losing a lot of these forces. Monks are receiving some hits as well. And both the monks do go down.
Trackers, your Hestes are here.
Siege workshop going up. We do see a bombard being put on the field. A clock tower bombard. I never see anybody go for additional barrows. That's pretty expensive research for one additional burst for the nest of bees. Get some good hits there. Palace Guards, Hand Cannoneers advancing forward. Does he have the pyrotechnics? No. Spring Gulls use some hits there. Does I think the bombard starts playing Hell Spring Gulls, engaging Spring Gulls. Green Spring Gulls, both lose one. Men Arms are trying to overrun the clock tower nest of bees. Palace Guards trying to save the nest of bees. Those with the repairing villagers there. And the men at arms are being picked off by these crossbowmen. There's just one crossbowmen, not elite crossbowmen. We do have now the battle hardened research there for the Palace Guards.
Landcarping in the Runkers, Hestes coming. Fostering the Serge ownership. Baron! Getting on with it.
I just heard a lot of deletion there. I'm not sure from what. Green's eyeing for a keep here. It's in range of Red's keep. Got this force advance forward. Nothing that can stop a keep if it's fully built. Howdy. Crossbowmen and Palace Guards receiving fire there. Bombard and Banner Ram are receiving some fire there. May want to get these guys to safe spawn to this clock tower bombard. Great Gatehouse finds some good arrows there on those men arms. Good back line there. Palace Guards engaged by the horsemen. And does have been on the crossbowmen, but right now the horsemen are counter the crossbowmen. Villagers are now trying to collect up this gold there. A little bit too close to comfort. I will take a look at it on Wednesday. If you wanted to send me a link through Twitch, that will be more than fine. And I can take a look at it a little bit later. Today is Age of Empires 4 day. Palace Guards are seeing some fire there. Crossbowmen getting some good hits. The Palace Guards starting going down. Berkshire Castle, good defensive hard point. You need trebuchets to take it on. So Bannerman's not that bad, but those said seeing a lot of fire. Crossbowmen and hand cannoneers advance forward. Trebuchet now pulled up by Red. Those Palace Guards have gone down. A lot of Spring Gulls here by Green. Horsemen charging forward. The nest of bees will go down there. Bannerman's not being fought on the field. Horsemen being picked off by the Spring Gulls and some hand cannoneers as well. He does not have pyrotechnics just yet. Crossbowmen are getting overrun by these men-at-arms. More Bannerman's being fought on the field, trying to deal with this keep who's being upgraded the cannon replacement. There's probably a bit too many Spring Gulls here. I can't see him trying to get them out, but he needs more infantry. He's not trying to collect this gold there. It's the last accessible gold deposit he has. This one's being collected by Red, and this one's not really touchable at the moment. I suppose he can always go for this gold deposit once he gets this one consumed. Hand Cannoneers, Palace Guards, and Crossbowmen are pulling back. Ooh, some of these villagers are trying to get hit. He can't be losing these villagers at the moment, though he doesn't have too many villagers, so losing some is fine. And right now he's lacking a little bit of wood actually. Doesn't have pyrotechnics research just yet. And arms engage the Palace Guard at close range. Of course, the men arms who have a lot of armor. Right now they're 7-9 armor. Palace Guard only has the 5-6 armor. Horsemen charging on forward. We've got more hand cannoneers here. I'll take a look at it. Great Gatehouse getting some good rockets there. The Longbone hitting these villagers some more. He's bringing a large number of villagers, now down to 122 versus 130. Which at this point in time, he needs more gold. He definitely needs that gold, that's for sure. These villagers trying to back on all, trying to claim up some stone. Man-arms moving forward. The people slowly whittle them down. More hand cannoneers being pulled out of the field. At the 4-tower range, this keep does go down to, I think, to a trebuchet. And now I've got these men-at-arms hitting these rice farmers. Getting some good hits there. More hand cannoneers being pulled out of the field. Put some good rolls into those Man at Arms, he does have the chemistry resource of these hand candies, 47 damage or 42 damage, which is significant. Trebuchet's getting some hits there on the archer range. Got the horseman now advancing on forward. Chinese players having trouble mounting the defense against 27 units, 28 units versus 58. Mani's best as a bull. He has a bit of stone stockpiled up now, so maybe he's got some spearmen as well as hand cannoneers. I don't think Polscar is a good choice versus these men at arms. They just have too much armor onto them. Great Gatehouse gets good damage there on these men at arms, protecting his siege works. Now got these horsemen dancing around, and he's been losing these bombards there. Villagers trying to repair the bombard now, and does lose the bombard there. These villagers thinking it's such a keep among everywhere else. There's actually a large number of villagers that are just trying to cut the wood. There's some safer deposits of wood over there. Sometimes denying the walls, go for a bit more out of the way. Great Gatehouse received quite a bit of damage there from the trebuchets. Polscar's trying to inform there's a good number of English hand cannoneers here, which are supported by some Hmong bowmen. Polscar's charging forward. He does not have access to the way to get some extra health and regen attack speed as he starts losing these Polscars. More hand cannoneers were brought by the Chinese, still no power techniques. This is the SCBs there. Which is pushing forward. Great Gatehouse still has hope. He's still firing. Polscar's charging forward. Hand cannoneers receive massive hits there. He may have the warwolf or the shrapnel attack on those. What's it called? Trebuchets, and I think he does have AoE damage. I'm not sure. Is that Siege Workshop or Castle Tech? Now I've got the English villagers trying to stop the Chinese villagers. And I think the English villagers will be successful. The Chinese player will lose a large number of the villagers there. He does have a good amount of granaries back here, which is very good. Has plenty of food income, just lacking gold. Good volley there from the Great Gatehouse. Is the only thing that's keeping his front line intact, or his back line intact, really. And he does stop the keep there. 2 out of 5 landmarks now. Oh, he took out the Great Gatehouse. Polscar's pushing way forward, trying to get some damage there onto his hand cannoneers. And right now the Chinese player has no access gold. He does have the great post there. It will be equivalent. It will be inefficient, less efficient, but still be greater than 1 villager collection rate. But it will cost more than twice per villager in order to get it built. And all this remainder gold, which he has basically none. Hand cannoneers are getting overwhelmed. He's not having enough spearmen to stop these archers. Great Gatehouse are seeing quite a bit of damage there. Let's get a great volume of horsemen there with the Great Gatehouse. Some of the spring balls do go down, and now it's going to be put down by the various forces. Let's get the man at arms there. Next Great Gatehouse barrage will not come forward, and that's would have been a really good hit. 3 out of 5 landmarks are down for the Chinese player. The X1 Town Center and the Imperial Academy both right there. Both of those are easily sniperable by those trebuchets in current position. Polscar charging forward, and the Chinese player does surrender. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.